Dear students, in the previous video we have solved question number 5. In fact, we did part 1, but part 2nd, this is what today we are going to discuss. So if you look at the question, a car requires 22 liters of petrol to travel a distance of 259.6 kilometers. Then we calculated that how much distance is traveled by the car by when it uses 1 liter of petrol. So our answer was 11.8 kilometers per liter. So in 1 liter, the car travels this distance. Now keep this in mind because we are going to use this value in the part 2. In the part 2, we have to calculate the amount that the car owner has to pay to travel a distance of 2013.2 kilometer if a liter of petrol costs 1.99. So we will start our solution. Okay. First of all, we calculate the amount of petrol required to travel a distance of 2013.2 kilometers. Now that will be equals to 2013.2 kilometers divided by this amount that we have calculated in the part first. So as we know, this is in kilometers and that amount was in kilometers per liters. That is, in 1 liter the car can travel 11.8 kilometers. Now this kilometer divided by this, it will be cancelled, and when you divide 2013.2 by 11.8, the answer will be 170 whole 36 upon 59. Now I have written this answer in mixed fraction. You can write it in decimal as well, like 2013.2 divided by 11.8. Fine, and our answer is 10,066 upon 59. So now I press the shift button and then this S and D button. The answer will be, the answer will be 170 whole 36 upon 59. So that's how we have this value over here. Now in the next step, we will calculate the amount that the car owner has to pay. So we will multiply this amount of petrol in liters with the cost that the owner has to pay, and this cost is $1.99. So in the next step, you will multiply this mixed fraction into the cost. We will convert the mixed fraction into improper fraction. So multiply 59 into 170 and then we will add 36 into it, and the answer will be 10,066 divided by 59. We will multiply it by 1.99 and the answer is $339.51. Now we will do question number 6 of exercise 9b. That is, 200 gram of fertilizer is required for a plot of land that has an area of 8 meter square. So if for a land having an area of 8 meter square, 200 gram of fertilizer is required. Now in the first part we have to calculate the amount of fertilizer, amount of fertilizer needed for a plot of land that has an area of 14 meters square. So first of all, we will find that if for 8 meters square of land 200 gram of fertilizer is required, then how much fertilizer will be required for 1 meter square of land? So obviously we will divide 200 by 8. So in the next step, we will write that the amount of fertilizer needed for a plot of land that has an area of 1 meter square. So we will divide 200 by 8. When we calculate it, the answer will be 25 grams. That is, 25 grams of fertilizer is needed for an area of 1 meter square of land. Now next is that the amount of fertilizers needed for a plot of land that has an area of 14 meters square, which is given in the question. So we will multiply 25 into 14, and the answer will be 350 grams. That is, the 350 grams of fertilizer is needed for a plot of land that has an area of 14 meters square. Now we will move on to the second part of this question. Find the area of land that can be fertilized by 450 grams of fertilizer. Now the amount of fertilizer is given and we have to find the area of land. This is what we have to find. We have to find the land that can be fertilized by 450 grams of fertilizer. Okay, when you look at the first part of this question, you will see that for 25 gram of fertilizer, for 25 grams of fertilizer, the land is required is 1 meter square, or for 1 meter square of land the fertilizer required is 25 grams. Fine. Then for 50 grams of fertilizer, which is given in the question, how much area of land is required? We donate it by x. Simply cross multiply. 250 will be multiplied by x and 450 will be multiplied by 1. So that will be 250 into x, 250x, and 450 into 1, that will be 450. 25 is dividing over here, multiplying with the x over here. When we shift it to the other side, it will divide. So 25 will be divided over here. So x, that is the land, is 450 by 25. That's how we got this value over here. Fine. Now that method is called the unitary method. It is also one of the good methods when you are solving the questions of this topic. Now when we divide 450 by 25, the answer is 18 meter square. So it means that 18 meter square area of land can be fertilized by 450 grams of fertilizer. A piece of metal is heated to 428 degrees Celsius before it is left to cool. So in the first place, the metal is heated up to 428 degrees Celsius and then it is allowed to cool. The temperature of the metal falls at a rate of 23 degrees Celsius 23 degrees Celsius per minute for the first 3 minutes. So it means that 23 degrees Celsius per minute for the first 3 minutes. So we will multiply it by 3 and that will be 23 times 3. Fine. Then at a rate of 15 degrees C per minute, 15 degrees C per minute for the next 15 minutes. So 15 divided by 1 multiply 15. And then at a rate of 8 degrees C per minute, 8 degrees C per minute, until it reaches the room temperature of 25 degrees Celsius. Find the temperature of the metal after 9 minutes. So first of all we have to calculate the temperature after 9 minutes for this metal. So temperature of the metal after 9 minutes, what it will be. Now we have discussed that for the temperature of the metal falls at a rate of 23 per minute for first 3 minutes. So that is 23 multiply 3. Fine. Now since we have to calculate the for the fall in the temperature for 9 minutes, so I have written 6 over here. 6 times 3, that is 9 hours, 9 minutes. Fine. And then temperature falls at a rate of 15 degrees C per minute for next 15 minutes. Now out of these 15 minutes, we have taken 6 minutes. And 15 per minutes mean 15 divide by 1. And we will multiply it by 6 because in this part we have to calculate only 9 minutes. So that will be 15 times 6. 15 times 6. This is what we have written over here. We will add both these values. Why? Because they show the fall in the temperature. They show the fall in temperature. And this is the maximum temperature, which is 428. So we subtract all this from 428. Make sense? Okay. Now we will do the calculation. 23 times 3 we have 69 and 15 times 6 we have 90. We will add these values. It will be 159. We subtract 159 from 428. The answer will be 269 degree centigrade. So that is the answer of our first part, and it shows that the temperature of the matter after 9 minutes is 269 degrees C. Initially the temperature was 428. Remember this thing. And then after 9 minutes it falls to 269 degrees centigrade. Now in the second part, the total time, we have to find the total time needed for the metal to reach a temperature of 25 degrees Celsius from 428 degrees, because the maximum temperature of the metal was 428. So we have to calculate that how much time is needed for a metal to reach the temperature of 25 degrees Celsius, which is the room temperature. Fine. So now we will do the second part. So the total time needed for the metal to reach a temperature of 25 degrees Celsius from 428 degrees Celsius. How total minutes are there? If you look at this, there are 3 minutes and then there are 15 minutes. So in the first 3 minutes the temperature falls to 23 degrees centigrade from 428. Fine. And in the next 15 minutes the temperature falls 15 degrees centigrade per minute. So the total time will be 15 plus 3, that makes 18 minutes. That is, this is the time when the temperature of the metal is falling down. So now we will calculate. So the first fall is 23 per minute, 23 degrees centigrade per minute for 3 minutes. This is what we have done in the first part. Fine. And then after 3 minutes the temperature began to fall 15 degrees C for another 15 minutes. So this is what we have written over here. As you can see, 15 and 3 together it is 18 minutes. Fine, that's why we have written 18 over here. So all this shows the fall in the temperature. Fine. So we will subtract it from the maximum temperature, which was 428. We do the calculations and the answer will be 134 degrees centigrade. So after 18 minutes, the temperature of the metal is falling down, and it reaches about 134 degrees centigrade after 18 minutes. Fine. So this shows the fall in temperature after 18 minutes. After 18 minutes. Fine. Okay, now the amount of temperature needed for the metal to fall so that it will reach a temperature of 25 degrees C. So this is what we have to calculate. So what we will do, we will simply subtract 134 and 25 from 134. So we will subtract 25 from 134 and the answer is 109 degrees centigrade. So after 18 minutes, when the temperature of the metal was 134, it further needs 109 degree fall to reach a temperature of 25 degrees centigrade, which is the room temperature. So time needed for the metal to reach a temperature of 25 degrees C, we will divide 109 upon 8. We will divide and we will write the answer in the mixed fraction. So that's the end of this video. We will discuss the question number 8, 9 and 10 in our next video. Thank you very much.